Hi, it's Catherine Frankie. It's June 2nd, and I, like many people, am watching the mayoral race in New York City tighten as polls still show former Governor Andrew Cuomo in first place with his name recognition, of course, and Zoran Mamdani really surging in the polls in an increasing second place. But at the same time, Governor Cuomo, former Governor Cuomo, is acting very aggressively to distance himself and his reputation from the reasons why he stepped down from being governor several years ago. One of the most significant reasons of which is that he was accused of and found that these accusations were legitimate, but accused of serious instances, repeated instances of sexual harassment of women on his staff and with whom he came into contact. And it was those accusations that were authenticated by the New York State Attorney General in a report that she did that really forced Governor Cuomo to step down. And he's now trying to make a comeback in the New York City mayoral race. But as he is doing that, he has hired lawyers to sue and threaten through aggressive litigation tactics the very women who accused him of sexual harassment. So not only did they have to go through the very difficult choice of openly accusing him of harassment, going through an investigation with the Attorney General, and then the press, and the ways that the press makes it so hard for people who come forward with accusations of sexual harassment or sexual assault. But now he is going after them in a lawsuit and using very aggressive tactics in that lawsuit to intimidate them and to make them go away. What's particularly interesting is that he's being represented by several women, which is not uncommon. It certainly would be a good strategy if you're accused of sexual harassment to have women be your lead lawyers. But one of those lawyers, Theresa Trzaskoma, recently said to the judge, where those women had resisted a deposition and the aggressive questioning that Trzaskoma was going to engage in that deposition, they did so by saying that they've experienced so much trauma from the harassment in the first place and then the legal harassment that has followed, that they wanted to resist just a wide-ranging deposition that Trzaskoma was proposing. And what she said to the judge in defense of her ability to use the legal process as a way to further harass these women, she said, "I am struggling here with the notion that there is any trauma that could be associated with sitting across the table in a conference room. The court should take the assertion that there is an imminent risk of harm and toss it in the garbage can because it is not believable." This is what she said to the judge in opposition to the women saying that we just can't take any more of this, and the way that we're being traumatized and re-traumatized by the legal process itself. Now, I know Theresa Trzaskoma. She was the lawyer that Columbia University hired to investigate me when I was charged, I think unfairly. I sat across the table from her in 3 depositions. I can tell you, it's traumatic. Being deposed under any circumstance is a unnerving experience. And she is a hard-nosed lawyer who asked questions that were really unsettling and basically accused me of all sorts of things in this deposition to kind of rattle me. So for her, I know this lawyer, Theresa Trzaskoma. She was actually kicked out of her own law firm, Cher Tremonte, by her partners because of this kind of conduct, because she had taken on these cases at Columbia, and now she's continuing this practice by taking on Governor Cuomo as her client. So much so that Cher Tremonte has now pledged in writing to other clients that they will no longer take any of these kinds of cases defending Columbia or any other academic institution in its prosecution of faculty or students, because Trzaskoma was so aggressive in the ways in which she was doing it and really harmed the firm's reputation by the way that she was behaving. So, interestingly, Columbia University and Governor Cuomo are kind of in bed together here in the way that they're hiring the same aggressive lawyers to harass the people who are actually whistleblowers. These women who accused Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment are absolutely whistleblowers. I, at Columbia, was a whistleblower as well. I stood up for our students who were being gassed by other students during a protest. Because Columbia wouldn't do anything about it, I felt like I had to say something publicly, and they went after me. So this is a pattern for Columbia University. It's a pattern for Governor Cuomo, and they're hiring the same darn lawyers.